So you've probably used AI that can answer your questions, right? But what if it could actually do things for you? Today, we're peeling back the layers on AI agents. These are systems that don't just talk, they actually act. Let's get right into it.
Okay, let's just start with this idea right here. Imagine your flight gets canceled. Before you even have a second to panic, an AI on your phone has already seen the cancellation notice, it's thought about your goal, which is getting to your destination, and it's already taken action. It's booked you a new flight and sent a message to your hotel. See? That's not a chatbot. That is an agent.
All right, so what exactly is an AI agent? Let's break down the official definition and really see what makes these things tick.
At its heart, this is it. An AI agent is an active system. It's not just sitting there passively waiting for you to ask it a question. It perceives what's going on around it, it reasons about what to do next, and, this is the most important part, it acts on its own to achieve a goal you've given it. And this whole process works in a constant loop. First, it perceives by gathering information, reading an email, looking at some data. Then it reasons, it thinks, it makes a plan to reach its goal. And finally, it acts. It actually executes a task like calling a program or sending a message. Perceive, reason, act. That cycle is what makes an agent an agent.
And these characteristics are what really separate an agent from just a simple piece of software. It's autonomous, meaning it acts on its own, it's not on a leash. It's goal-oriented, always working towards some objective. It uses that feedback loop we just talked about to learn and get better, and crucially, it has continuity. It has a memory of what happened before and the flexibility to change its plan when things don't go as expected.
Okay, so this brings us to probably the biggest point of confusion out there, and it's a really important one. What is the difference between an AI model, like GPT-4 that we hear about all the time, and an AI agent? Let's clear this up right now.
This is probably the best way to think about it. An AI model is like a super-powered calculator. You give it a problem, it crunches the numbers, and gives you an answer, and then it stops. It's a powerful tool for sure, but it's passive. An AI agent, though, that's like having a personal assistant. You give it a high-level goal, and it takes the initiative, performing a whole bunch of different steps and using whatever tools it needs to get the job done.
Let's just dive a little deeper here. A model's scope is super narrow. An agent is part of a much bigger system. A model's role is just to compute and output. An agent's role is to choose actions. A model just waits for you, but an agent takes initiative. And this last one is huge. A model on its own can't really use external tools, but for an agent, using tools is one of its superpowers.
So we've got a handle on what an agent is. Now let's shift gears from the what to the why. In the real world, when does it actually make sense to build one of these things?
And this really is the million-dollar question for any developer or business leader, isn't it? Agents are more complex, they can be more expensive to run, so you definitely don't need them for every single problem. So when do you pull the trigger?
Well, here are 3 big green lights. 1, when the task needs nuanced contextual decisions, not just a simple if this, then that rule. 2, when your current system is just a tangled mess of rules that's become impossible to manage. And 3, when your whole workflow is bogged down in unstructured stuff like emails and documents that need to be understood. If you're nodding along to any of these, an agent might be your answer.
Okay, to bring this all home, let's do a little thought exercise. Let's put all these pieces together and imagine how they could build something that's, well, truly transformative.
So just think about this for a second. Not just one agent, but a whole system of them working together in a hospital. You could have one agent that's constantly perceiving patient data from monitors, another one could be reasoning through potential diagnoses based on that data, and a third agent could act on those findings, scheduling appointments with specialists. This is where things are heading. Not just single assistants, but collaborative networks of agents solving some of our biggest challenges. So, the real question is, what would you build?